Good morning. In the annals of history, few moments are as fraught with gravity and portent as the crossing of the Rubicon River. This act, simple in its physicality yet profound in its implications, marked the precipice of a monumental shift in the fate of Rome. As Julius Caesar, that's me, set foot upon that fateful threshold, the world itself seemed to hold its breath, aware that the course of history was being irrevocably altered. The Rubicon, at that time, was nothing more than a modest stream, its waters meandering through the Italian landscape with an air of tranquil simplicity. Yet, for those of us who lived in that epoch, it symbolized a boundary not merely of land, but of political and moral consequence. The evening air was crisp with the chill of impending winter, and the landscape around us was painted in hues of deepening twilight, shadows lengthening, and the first stars emerging like distant beacons of the divine. My army, poised in disciplined ranks, awaited my command. The mood was a mixture of anticipation and unease, palpable in the hushed whispers that fluttered through the ranks like restless spirits. To cross the Rubicon was to defy the Senate's edicts and the very laws that bound the Republic. It was a declaration of war against the established order, a gamble of the highest stakes. In the silence of that moment, I grappled with the enormity of what lay ahead. The choice before me was stark: to advance and confront the immense uncertainty of civil war, or to retreat and forfeit not only my ambitions, but perhaps my very legacy. I knew that to cross was to embrace an irrevocable fate, a move that would cast me either as a savior of Rome or as its greatest traitor. The first step onto the northern bank was accompanied by a profound sense of finality. The river's waters, cold and unyielding, were like the boundaries of fate itself, unyielding and unalterable. As I looked back across the stream, the Roman landscape seemed to transform into a stage upon which the drama of our destinies would unfold. Every leader, every soldier, and indeed every citizen of Rome would be swept into the vortex of this momentous decision. The legions behind me were not merely soldiers. They were the embodiment of my will and ambition, and their eyes reflected the gravity of the path we had chosen. The Rubicon was no longer a mere geographical feature. It was a symbol of our collective resolve and our readiness to embrace the unknown. The passage was met with a tempest of reactions, both within the ranks and in the halls of Rome. The Senate, thrown into disarray, understood that their grip on power had been irrevocably challenged. My enemies, already conspiring in the shadows, were now forced to confront the reality of their own vulnerability. The crossing of the Rubicon was not just a physical act, it was a declaration of intent, a statement that the old order could no longer contain the forces of change that I sought to unleash. In the ensuing conflict, the civil war that followed would reshape Rome and its people. Victory in the battles that lay ahead would not only secure my position, but would also bring forth the reforms I had envisioned. The stakes were monumental, but so too was the resolve required to claim such power. Reflect on a decision in your own life where you faced a pivotal moment requiring bold action. Consider the risks and uncertainties involved. What steps did you take to confront those risks? And how did your decision shape the path you chose? Embrace the courage to make decisive choices and acknowledge the potential impact they have on your future.